book readers. We're here for another weekly download and some reviews of the books I've been reading this week. So first I want to start with Roald Dahl, and this is Matilda. He is if you don't know him, he's the author of like Willy Wonka and James the Giant Peach and all those books. I've read those. This is actually the first time I've read Matilda, and it was actually a really fun book. It was cute, entertaining, and it's definitely a great book for kids. If I'm sure a lot of you probably have heard of it or seen the movie. It's well worth a read. It's good for kids, teenagers, or even adults. I would definitely recommend checking this out. So the next book I'd like to talk about is this is Bitter Blood by Rachel Caine. This is one of the books in the Morganville Vampire series. I started reading these books years ago. I've had them for a very long time, and I've just been getting through them. And I feel like the more I read, the less I kind of like it. It just it's very, what's the word? The plot is like very simple. And it's not necessarily the right word. It's there's not a lot really going on. A lot of it's kind of hard to believe. It's a vampire series, so keep that in mind when I say it's hard to believe that like events happen the way they do. The characters become a little less likable as the series goes on. That being said, I will definitely finish it just because I think there's only like a couple books left. This, I believe, is like book 12 or something like that, so I'm gonna finish it. But I'd say maybe if you have teenagers who like silly vampire books, silly's not, doesn't seem like a nice word, but just like an easy vampire book, one that don't have to really think about, they might want to check these books out. Although I'd say maybe read and kind of like on the lower scale of that. But I do like this author generally. I read other books of hers that I did like better, but it's just my opinion on these books as we get into them. So I don't know, maybe I'll like the last couple a little bit better. So let's get into our audiobook of the week. I actually started listening to The Hunger Games again. So a little bit of a story on this. First, I love The Hunger Games. Recommend it to everybody. 9 out of 10. Love it. So I have Audible, and years ago I purchased audiobooks for The Hunger Games, and I've listened to them before. It is by Carolyn McCormick, and she's great. I love her. So a few months ago I had some issues with downloading those books onto my phone, and they ended up getting rid of the version that I had, so Audible gave me credits to purchase the new versions of them. The new versions of them are read by Tatiana Maslany, who is an actress, and I got like 5 minutes into listening to her version of the book, and I couldn't do it, so I stopped, and the e-library had the original Carolyn McCormick narrated version of The Hunger Games, so I went and checked that out and listened to that. And I've found this with actors who narrate books, they're not always the best narrators. Like, she's a great actress, I love her. If you have seen Orphan Black, a phenomenal show. She's amazing, right? But she didn't do the best job narrating. I was just like bored. And to say I only listened to like 5 minutes, but if the narrator can't hold my attention for 5 minutes, then, so I would say if you're going to listen to it, listen to the original Carolyn McCormick version, which, as I said, you can find possibly through maybe your city's e-library situation, which is where I found mine. So go ahead and check out The Hunger Games, whether you listen to it or read it. That's up to you. So those are the books I wanted to talk about for the week that I've read. I'd also like to share with you one book that I'm most looking forward to reading this week, and then maybe next week I can let you know how it was. So this week I am going to be reading, it's called The First Manned Spacecraft, Russia's Quest for Space. It's nonfiction, and it's about, obviously, as the title says, the first manned spacecraft, which was by sent out by Russia. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I got it from the library, and it's an interesting subject. I've been reading a bit about the space race and all of that. I have talked before on my social medias and stuff about Homer Hickam, who wrote the memoir October Sky, and about him creating rockets when he was in high school and then going on to NASA. So so I'm looking forward to reading this. I'll keep you posted on how it is in the next video. And until next time, let's get reading.